Sports Center.
Hey, I'm Chris Berman. Got a lot of games to cover. Let's get at it. In our first game this week, we had the Saints stroll away with a 14-point win. We had an interesting free agency pickup of note here. Trey's got the lowdown for us. Trey?
David Terrell will be moving on from his current address, and he gets a pretty good deal to do it. 2 years, $1.4 million.
Freddie Jones had a stellar game, but all said and done, his performance wasn't enough to lift his team to a victory. We had a big injury in this one, and Trey has the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Boomer, thanks. In front of you, we've got the AFC Infirmary Report. And as you can see, they were hit hard this week. Brandon Stokely is probably the one that most leaps out at you. It's a broken hand, and the doctors are saying he'll be out for 6 weeks. In front of you, we've got the NFC list. And as you can see, they could form their own MASH unit. Cameron Spikes sticks out on this list as one of the more costly injuries. Doctors confirming the worst this week, a torn hamstring. And that'll put him out for 10 weeks. So that'll do it for now. Chris, let's send it back to you.
In a long-standing AFC rivalry, we had the Broncos pick up win number 2. Steelers, Dolphins. Ben Roethlisberger calling signals at the 9-yard line. Crowd into it now. Rolls right. And look at this toss across his body between defenders. Picture perfect six. The Steelers go on to win this by the final score of 27-14. Dante Culpepper threw for 2 touchdowns and helped his Vikings beat the Bears. In the Queen City, Cincinnati, we had the Bengals edge their way to a narrow 3-point win. Up in Seattle Stadium, we had the Seahawks get sent home with a 14-point loss. Jaguars, Titans. Troy Edwards ready to go at the 16-yard line. Makes a move, spins. He's got daylight. Beautiful pass. Boy, did that look easy for the Titans. The Jaguars win this one by the final score of 26-7. The Colts airmailed 300-plus yards in their victory at the RCA Dome. The Eagles won on the road and will have to travel again next week when they meet the Bears. We had a big trade also of note here. Trey's got the lowdown for us. Trey?
Over now to news of a trade that might have some ramifications. Javon Curse leaves the Eagles and is on the move to the Ravens. And they obviously see that as one of the areas that needs improvement. In exchange, they'll get someone to beef up their roster. Chris McAllister is someone that'll be a good fit for this secondary, as his aggressive instincts make him a natural out there.
Tony Gonzalez stepped it up this week and gave his team some added firepower for the win. Kurt Warner threw 3 strikes to the end zone and helped his Giants beat the Browns. On the east side of the Bay in Oakland, we had the Raiders get nipped by 3 points. And in our final game, we had the Redskins come away victorious. So another week in the books here on ESPN. But what do you say we hand out a few game balls before we go? Here's my prime-time player. That'll do it, sports fans. I'm Chris Berman, and thanks so much for joining us here in the Bristol studio. We'll see you next week right here on ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. Aloha, I'm Chris Berman, and coming up on ESPN, as the song goes, the weather outside is frightful. Not snow, but the rain coming down in buckets out of the stadium. We'll see how much this affects both teams' passing game. My guess, a lot. Jets, Dolphins. It's game time.
And look at all the happy tailgaters as they get set to cheer for the hometown team. Hello, I'm Dan Stevens, and welcome to Pro Players Stadium. By my side, Mr. Peter O'Keefe. Peter, we've got a heck of a showdown coming up today. On one side, a running back who's capable of single-handedly taking over a game. And on the other side, an inside linebacker with a penchant for crushing hits and stuffing the run.
No doubt about it, Dan. Ricky Williams is an elite halfback. He's terrific at breaking tackles, too. He knows how to take the impact to the defender and then slide free for the extra yardage. And here on the other side is another top-tier player. Sam Cowell is one of the most potent inside linebackers that you'll see in the league today. He always keeps himself totally focused on the task at hand so that he can play at his fullest capacity on every down. It should be one heck of a matchup. It'll be interesting to see who gets the upper hand.
Okay, Peter, we'll see how they do once the game begins. But first, the toss of the coin.
Syracuse heads.
Heads it is.
Kick.
It doesn't rain much harder than this, Dan. This deluge is putting the grass in the mud, and the players' cleats are tearing right up. This game looks like it could become half football, half mud wrestling. Dan?
Thanks, Susie. Tackled at the 48.
Reggie Tongue is able to catch the ball in these rainy conditions. He's playing for the defense, people. That rain is really rewriting the playbook out there today. That time to
Going to try and capitalize on the interception. He'll start this drive at the 48-yard line. Moss goes in motion.
Blue 36! Blue 36!
Has his number called. Rambles for about 5.
The ball carrier, Arturo Freeman with the tackle.
Second down, just a single receiver on the field.
Ball at the 43.
Down! 10! Hurry! 39! Hurry! 39!
Gains about 3 yards.
Down!
Soul goes in motion.
Green 15! Green 15!
Chews up 4 yards, and that brings up first down.
Curtis
First
Martin
down
can
and
thank
10.
his blockers for that last. No trouble in
First
getting
and
the
10.
first. Look at those
Ball at
stats.
36
That's the
yards.
definition of a standout year.
Anthony Beck, pass complete.
That's a gain of 7 on the play.
With the tackle.
Chad Pennington threw a nice pass past the coverage and got the completion. Tough throw, but an accurate throw.
They move the ball, and it will be second down. Second down, 3 yards to go.
Down! Set! Red
Soul
52!
goes in motion.
Red 52!
Is in behind the line of scrimmage.
Sam Madison with a one-man wrecking crew back there. He powered into the backfield and made the tackle.
They don't let that play get back to the line of scrimmage, and that will bring up third down.
Third and 3. Ball at the 29.
Down! Set!
Pass and the 17.
Patrick Surtain delivered a solid hit here, but I think if it hadn't been raining, he would have held onto it. As it was, that ball was more slippery than a field covered in motor oil.
Coach Edwards doesn't agree with the call, and we're going to see the red flag.
New York Jets is challenging whether the player had possession prior to the fumble.
This is their first challenge of the game, and even if they lose this one, they still have one challenge left.
Well, Dan, we've got to see if the receiver established possession before he lost the ball. Remember, he has to have full control of it. Well, it doesn't look like he had possession, Dan. I'd call it an
After
incomplete
review, the
and
play has been
overturn it.
ruled an incomplete pass. The receiver did not have possession of the ball prior to the fumble. New York Jets will not be charged a timeout. Fourth down.
He likes the call, and you sort of have a feeling that he knew it all along. Boots it from 46 yards out, and he misses this one to the right.
Bob Bryant, he's a
We'll
good
see what happens here. We'll start at the 37-yard line. Throws a bullet to the flat, and loses one on the play, and that brings up third down.
Eric Barton was a 1.
3rd and 6. All at the Dolphins, 41-yard line.
All right, let's watch this. 5 wide out versus a D that is wisely loaded up on DBs.
At the 35. That will bring up 4th down.
No. John Abraham sends this offense backpedaling with a nice sack in the backfield.
They lose some yardage.
Actually, other team's end zone. That's what he does.
Good defense that's forced 2 losses in a row. Moss fields the punt at the 28. Crosses the field. No one in front of him. Touchdown for 3. Kick it out.
Okay, what didn't go right on this punt return? Watch this. Got the right blocking, got the right read, got the right moves. It's all right on, all the way to the end zone, baby. It's all about teamwork, and that was a perfect example.
And had some trouble moving the ball recently. We'll see what they do on this drive as they start at their 34-yard line. Chambers goes in motion. Unloads this one to the left, and it's intercepted. At the 32.
I'm coming now. Okay. 3-6 on your
John McGraw does a nice job picking off the pass there. He's got it, and he gets a little more with that nice little run back.
Well, that's their 2nd interception of the game, and are out in front, 7-0. For a first down. Move the chain.
Great execution.
First down, 3 wideouts in the game.
Green 17. Green 17.
Moss goes in motion. Right side and is well past the markers for a first down.
Sean Pennington played the pass perfectly, zeroing in on his man despite the coverage. You know, it's all about accuracy in that situation.
Green 18.
Chester targeted the ball carrier early and didn't even let him get back to the line of scrimmage.
They stop. Baker goes in motion.
36. Blue 36.
Up a couple. Third down, goal to go.
Gray 39. Gray 39.
What a time to come up big.
That goes in motion. For a touchback.
Away with the football and possession for his squad. Watch this again. See, the offense got a
It's a play to come away with his first interception of the game.
Yeah, you got to love do like that.
The Dolphins haven't had much out of their offense recently. We'll see if they can get back on track here. This drive begins at their own 20-yard line. Feely throws a heater right side line backfield.
3rd and 9. Ball at the Dolphins, 21-yard line.
That takes them even farther away from the markers. 4th down coming up.
John Abraham gets to his man in the backfield for a big loss. I don't know what happened to the protection.
Hammers the receiver and forces him to drop the ball. Incomplete.
Chad Pennington has been searching for a rhythm out there, and he's come up short here. As you can see by these numbers, he's been having a rough day of it. So far, he's struggled to get 36 yards and no touchdown. Better way of earning a paycheck than knocking a 2 heads down there on the field.
Conrad goes in motion.
Chris Chambers down 2 defenders and comes away with the football. Oh, nice catch.
That'll be his first catch of the game after being shut out the entire first quarter.
3 more as the game goes on.
First down, tight end to the left.
Black 44! Black 44!
Williams gets the ball. Can move forward for 7. That'll do it for the first half of this one. The Jets are out in front, 7-0. And now let's send you to Chris Berman in our studios in Bristol for the ESPN halftime report. Over.
Okay, Dana, we'll get back to you guys in a moment. Welcome, everybody, to the ESPN Halftime Show. I'm Chris Berman. Now we'll look at our halftime numbers and look at the difference in time of possession. The Jets should be way ahead on the scoreboard, but somehow they've let their opponent hang with them. Let's see if they can change things in the second half. An exciting start to this one right on the first play from scrimmage. Reggie Tongue would come up with the big play to kill a drive as he was able to step in front of a wayward pass for an INT. The Finns, after a missed field goal, the ball at their own 34. Santana Moss would field the punt, make that all-important first man miss, then things opened up in front of him. Touchdown for the Jets. The Finns still late in the first, Dolphins losing by 7. John Quickstraw McGraw shows some great awareness here as he gets himself into position to pick this one off. The Jets have it off an interception. Junior Seau is reading the quarterback's eyes all the way as he's able to get his hands on this one and pick it off. Jets winning 7-0. A.J. Touchy Feely connected with his man on this one. And that's where we'll leave this one. Dolphins are waiting for their first score. They're down 7-0. Now let's check out the undisputed halftime hero of the first half. John Abraham has taken over this game. So that does it for our halftime report. We'll send you back now to the second half of this one. Dan Stevens and Peter O'Keefe are there. Gentlemen.
Though he's liked their defensive play on the whole, they've been missing too many tackles. He said guys love to make the big hit, and that's okay. But the most important thing is to lock them up and make sure that they bring them down. And then get right back. Back to you.
Martin will get stopped at the line, and that will bring up second down.
Goal 16! Check! Goal 16! Down!
Moss goes in motion.
Blue 36!
The 17.
Larry Chester got through his knees and brought the quarterback down back there. Good clean sack.
Here, baby! We gotta stop him! Down! Switch! Black 22! Switch! Black 22! Hot! Switch! Black 22! Switch! Black 22! Hot, hot! Hot, hot!
Corbett grabs the bullet and is at the 45, 25, 10, 5.
Touchdown.
He's in for the touchdown.
not take no for an answer. Watch this play where he makes the catch and then knifes ahead for plenty more.
That touchdown is going to establish some distance between them, Peter.
That's a big score. Pretty good job by the special teams.
The Dolphins offense will start this drive at their 31-yard line. Chambers goes in motion. Throws a bullet to the flat, and it is not ruled in. Incomplete.
A.J. Feely is really struggling out there today. As you can see by the numbers, it's all bad. Up to now, he's got 24 yards and 2 interceptions.
Brought down one of the more elusive backs.
Well, you're absolutely right. But if there's one guy on this defense that can stick with the ball and make the play, it was him.
Feely throws a bullet, and it's tipped. Incomplete. It'll be 4th down.
But
the Jets will start this first play of the drive at their 35-yard line. Takes it across the line of scrimmage. At the 30.
Thomas delivers a punishing blow to the ball carrier there. And he gives up the football for the fumble. Great hard-nosed defensive play.
Peter, he gets his first forced fumble and wants to capitalize on the fumble, and will start this drive at the 30-yard line. Loses one on the play, and that brings up 2nd down.
Dwayne Robertson was a one-man wrecking crew back there. He powered into the backfield and made the tackle.
Peter, once he closes his grip around you, you are not going to get free, regardless of how evasive you are.
Not with that strength. With those guns, he could probably juggle bowling balls or wide receivers for that matter.
In motion. Feely unloads this one to the left, and it's tipped. Incomplete. Let's go back and revisit that last tackle in the backfield. Great stop.
Well, Dan, the Jets knew with the number 4 overall pick a couple years ago. I think once this guy learns the ropes in the NFL, he's going to dominate.
Third down this time. Receivers take the field. It's intercepted.
Picks off the ball, and he's going all the way. Nobody can stop him. Man, I hope his mom's got the VCR going.
That's their 3rd interception of the game, and Peter, the D is homing in on the passing game.
Yeah, tough play. I love it.
Unloaded to the right sideline, and it's tipped. Incomplete.
Swatted that one away cleanly. The receiver didn't have a prayer in getting that one.
That's good for 6. Old streak for him. The last 2 passes his way were incomplete.
Yeah, let's see if he stays on track.
Zings it to the right side. Interceptions made at the 40. Eventually tackled at the 44. It will be 1st down.
David Boston, the guy shadowing him, but still manages to make the catch. He beats his man cold. It's all about shaking your 3rd down. That is a good call.
1st down. 3 running backs in the game. Jackson at the 40.
Jason Ferguson nails his man behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to cost the offense a few yards. Oh, yeah, that's a great job of getting to the quarterback. Nice.
Ball at the Dolphins, 40-yard line.
Williams pulls center and rambles for about 5.
Sam Cowell with the tackle.
Ricky Williams just hasn't gotten into a groove and isn't finding running room anywhere. This has been tough, and he struggled to get 17 yards on 7 carries.
The Dolphins, 45-yard line.
two. It'll be fourth down.
John Abraham sends this offense backpedaling with a nice sack in the backfield.
They lose some yardage there, Pete. And that'll do it for the third quarter. The Jets in command of this one, 21-0.
Black 79. Switch. Black 79.
Soul goes in motion. Justin takes him down way back at the 11.
Reason for beating. Recovered the ball, but this is an all-out terrible play for the offense. They get it back there, but that's just dumb luck.
Soul goes in motion. Soul uses it in the middle, and they get the first on third and long.
Come on, you guys. You gotta pick this up. This is terrible.
Joe Soul makes the catch with 3 defenders on his case.
I just don't know why the throw was made into triple coverage.
Hey, it worked.
Yes, it did. Third and long, and they get the big play to convert. What do you think of that, Peter?
I love it. That's what football is all about, making the big plays when you need to, and you can't coach that.
Down. Set. Switch. Black 85. Switch. Black 85. Hut, hut. Hut. Hut, hut.
The sack to 27. Design worked flawlessly, and the refs have spot the ball right behind the original line of scrimmage.
What a way to derail a series from the onset.
Second and long ahead. Baker goes in motion. Fabini picks up about 2, and that brings up third down.
Reason for beating. Going to keep his wits about him here and make a smart play. The ball's loose. But now he gains control. Good reflexes to recover from that bad play.
Boy, I tell you, they have been lucky today. That is the second time they put the ball on the ground and somehow managed to scoop it back up.
They credit that to field awareness. You gotta know where the ball is at all times.
Third down, 2 wideouts on the field.
39. Hut, hut. Hut, hut, hut. Hut, hut.
This one, can't connect. Incomplete.
Dan, watch this play unfold. These guys are so talented. It's really just amazing to sit back and watch them take care of
It's their fifth batted ball.
Nice, aggressive D.
Third down, 10 yards to go. Throws the ball to the flat, and the Dolphins take a timeout. That's their final one.
Man, just punt the ball.
4th and 8. Ball at the Dolphins, 48-yard line.
This one falls incomplete, and they return the ball over on down.
With the deflection.
Reggie Tomes makes a great effort on this play, getting his hand up there and tipping the ball incomplete. Let's take another look. Oh, that's how you play D.
Well, they don't convert on fourth down, and that will be it for them.
Yeah, chalk this one up in the L column, Dan. It's all over.
The Jets offense is on the field, and they can wrap up the game. They'll start at the 47-yard line. The game, and he's stopped. The clock continues to run.
Larry Chester with the tackle.
And that is going to do it for this one. The Jets come out on top, 21-0. For my partner, Peter O'Keefe, this is Dan Stevens saying goodbye until next time.
That's right, Kelly. That's right, Kelly. You got it. All right, gang. Great work as always. And with that, we welcome everybody back to the ESPN studios for our ESPN Video Games post-game show. I'm Chris Berman. The Jets stepped it up for sure, putting up some good numbers. Let's get started in this one early in the third quarter. Wayne Raspberry Cribet came up with a big play as he was able to pull this one in. An 83-yard touchdown for the Jets. The Jets move ahead by 14. Ball at their own 35-yard line. Tim Bowens comes up big here as this ball's out, and he's in the right spot for the recovery. The Finns, after recovering a fumble, Dolphins behind by 14. Ray Slim Mickens shows some great awareness here as he gets himself into position to pick this one off. They've opened it up now and now lead by 21. Chad Pennington would drop back and deliver a strike on this one. And that's where we'll leave this one. Jets win big, 21-0. Now let's check in with our player of the game. A guy who made one big-time catch after another to help seal the win for his team. Wayne Raspberry Cribet is on the sidelines with Susie Calvert. Susie?
Thanks, Chris. You excelled under pressure today, and your team bulldozed to a runaway victory. What made the difference for you guys to come out triumphant today?
Well, I have to give it up to the other team. I got to give them credit for playing hard and making us really work for it. We just leave it all on the field and let the chips fall where they may, and luckily we came up with the win today.
Back to you, Chris.
Thanks for tuning into ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports for 25 years and counting. I'm Chris Berman. We'll see you next time.
This is SportsCenter.
I'm Chris Berman. Well, let's get straight to the action. In our first game this week, we had the Eagles edge their way to a narrow 3-point win. Quincy Morgan had a stellar game, but all said and done, his performance wasn't enough to lift his team to a victory. In a long-standing NFC rivalry, we had the Falcons pick up win number 2. The incomparable Jerry Rice had over 50 yards receiving and helped his Raiders beat the Texans. Jets, Dolphins. Ray Slim Mickens would come up with a huge play here as he was able to pick one off here, then had some clear sailing in front of him. The Jets win this one by the final score of 21-0. In the city by the bay, San Francisco, we had the 49ers get sent away with a 7-point loss. Over at M&T Stadium, we had the Ravens lose by just a single point. The Steelers erupted for 400-plus offensive yards in their victory at Heinz Field. Saints, Cardinals. Aaron Brooks is always tough to cover inside the red zone. The ball at the 18-yard line, and there's a little room at the 2. Touchdown! The Saints go on to win this by the final score of 27-10. The Giants lost on the road and will have to travel again next week to meet the Cowboys. Mike McKenzie played well despite the loss and showed us why he's ranked up at the top of the league. We had a big injury in this one, and Trey has the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Chris, thanks. Before we get to the big news of the week, let's do a quick shakedown on the rest of the NFL's injuries. Jerry Rice might be the biggest loss on this list. A frightening moment for the NFL, but doctors are saying the spinal injury he suffered will heal in time, which is certainly good news. He's out for the rest of the regular season. Now the big story of the day. Jimmy Smith is going to be watching from the sidelines for a while, as his injury will deal a major blow to this team. So that'll do it for now. Boomer, back to you.
Patriots, Bills. Nate Clements is on an island sometimes, but if you leap like that and with his size, only the quarterback can get him. Does he have the wheels? No way, Jose. Touchdown, 65 yards. The Bills win this one by the final score of 31-17. Brad Johnson has for 150 yards plus and helped his Buccaneers beat the Broncos. And last but not least, we had the Chargers come away victorious.
We'll shift gears now just a little and have a look at a few trades that should certainly be of interest. Flozell Adams leaves the Cowboys and will be on his way to the Seahawks. So he'll be asked to be a big part in what will be a revamped offensive line. In exchange, they'll get someone to beef up their roster. Bobby Taylor is a guy that'll certainly give them a boost in the secondary, as it'll be interesting to see how that unit will function together.
So that'll just about do it. But before we go, I'm going to toss out a few game balls to my prime-time players. Each and every one of these men had a week to remember. That'll do it, sports fans. I'm Chris Berman, and thanks so much for joining us here in the Bristol studios. We'll see you next week right here on ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.